Hey guys, Nala here. Back with some JP Dokkan news. Woke up just now and saw the Twitter stuff, and I figured, all right, let me get through this stuff and try to give you my thoughts on it. I think you guys are interested in that, so here we go. We just got a couple of new super attacks, so let's go ahead and let's make sure it's not too loud. Let me go back to the beginning. So we're getting a new LR Jiren, and we're getting this card as well. This card is a Toppo plus parentheses Pride Troopers. Sorry, man, I'm still waking up. Yeah, super deck's pretty cool. This is another. I think it's the casserole card. It's a free-to-play one. This is their super attack. This reminds me of like Captain Planet. Anyways, I don't know. That's an old reference for those who would know. Okay, let's take a look at the Jiren super attack real quick. No, he's full power, which is interesting. Yeah, dude. Beautiful supers. Something voice, which means he's got an active skill. The one thing is his sprites compared to everyone else so huge. Like, look at that. Like, look how he towers over Golden Frieza. It's kind of weird. That makes sense. He's the big buff boy. The big buff looking alien, so. Yeah, alright, well, that's their supers, and so let's dive into the cards. Shout out to Talon for the translations. So this is what came from the Dokkan official, and then the translations from Talon here is U11, Key 3, 70% to all stats, which, cool, he's a U11 lead, but I didn't know we would have enough to have a U11 lead, but I guess now they're dropping a ton of cards, which is what we're going to say, so you can run a full U11 team. And then, of course, his secondary leader skill is USS Key 3, stats 150. It's the third one we've got. Fourth one? Third one. Okay. Yeah, I'm losing my mind. It's just too. There's a lot, but it makes sense, right? Because that's the arc he comes from, so that's what it is. All right. So his passive is he gets attack and defense up 200%, and then when you're attacked, he +1 a total of 5. So you got to get hit 5 times. And when you attack someone in the attack down or defensive down stage, your attacks are super effective. And if someone's stunned, you're auto crit, which is similar to his strength Dokkan Fest card. Okay, interesting. You've got some conditional stuff going on, so it's not bad. Active skill can activate once if you're attacked 5 times. So you just gotta take 5 hits and then that's it. So I think the earliest you could ever really use this is like turn 3. Let's say you get him on turn 1 and there's 5 attacks in the beginning in the first slot. You put him there in the first slot, 5 attacks, and then turn 3 you get the active skill off. Pretty good. One turn your attack and defense plus 30%. All enemies attack and defense minus 30 and stun. So you get that's interesting because he can stun people, but you know most of the stages now you can't stun. Most stages you can't lower attack, but most you could probably do is lower defense. It's one of the two. You can either lower attack or lower defense. So like Legendary Goku event, you can't lower attack, but you can lower defense. So he'll be super effective against that. So using this active skill just means if you can stun them, you're getting an auto crit. If you can lower their attack and defense, if you don't have everyone else doing that, which if you're running him on a full U11 team, that's going to happen anyways, you're going to be super effective. So that's pretty good. It's just basically activating, trying to get that active crit, the auto crit. SA12 is Colossal, greatly lower enemy defense. SA18, Mega Colossal, massively lower enemy defense, medium chance to stun. So pretty much you want to run full additionals on this guy because let's say you're running him on just a USS team, no other U11 members. Again, I'll explain it in a bit. If you get a 18 key off that you manage to stun, then the 12 key will auto crit. But if you just lower defense, you don't stun, then you will get super effective on that additional 12 key. So pretty much you want to run full additionals if possible on this guy. So yeah, that's Toppo. I mean, not Toppo. Jiren. I just don't know if he starts off as full power and awakens to full power, because then that would mean you could use the Farmville Tech one, and if you pulled a lot of strength to Jiren's, like I did on the last LR Blue Boys banner, I got like 21, 22 of them. I could probably use that as SA fodder, but if he's just as a card, like as an SSR card becomes out as full power Jiren, then you just gotta use Kai's, which is, I'm fine, I can use Kai's, no problem. But just making that aware that if you manage to pull this guy, that'll be pretty good. Now, everyone's saying he might be a Dokkan Fest. I don't think so, because that would mean we would literally have 2 Dokkan Fests back to back. I mean, it's not like they haven't done that before in the same month. Like, they did that during the 120 meta when they were trying to speed through it to get to the category meta. But the reason why people say that is because it's the 170. But the 170 doesn't, like LR Goku Frieza, they're 177 lead. And the reason why is because the category is small. And U11 is like non-existent. It's a new category now, and before they dropped all these cards, there's like 4 units you could use. So the reason why those stats are so big is because the unit is the category is so small. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just to be a legendary event, a legendary summon. All right, let's move on. So we get this. We saw the super tech for these guys. It's Toppo and the Pride Troopers. I think he's got Rebirth, which means that this is just a, it's probably a new SSR card coming in the Legendary banner. What I understand it here, I didn't see anyone that did full translations, but yeah, I'm assuming it's the U11, yeah, Universe 11, 3-key, 120, and then they get attack and defense 110, and if there's 3 or more U11 members, you get attack and defense 110. I think what Talon basically said was that the if you got a U11 attacking in the same turn, they guard against all types, and then they give 3-key attack and defense 30% to all, I think that's U11 category allies. Not sure. There weren't any translations I could find, at least right now, so I'm making a pretty good guess that that's what it is, which is good. You know, that's really good. I'm making the assumption their super attack does something on lowering attack and defense. One of the two, because that would line up well with Jiren, the full power Jiren, so that makes sense to me. Pretty good card. Again, this is not the first time that they released an LR, a legendary summon banner, where they put a regular LR plus a new card, new SSR. Like that we've always seen with Dokkan Fest, right? Like Physical Beerus comes out, they bring a regular SSR Whis and featured on the banner. This style happened with, I want to say like LR Bardock, Physical LR Bardock. When he came out, there was a LR or a Physical Slug, right? The giant Great Ape, or giant form one, I should say. It's not an ape. So this is not like the first time they've done it, so it makes sense. Again, I can understand why people think that Jiren's a Dokkan Fest card, but it looks like it's just gonna be just a regular legendary banner, as far as I understand it. But the fact that full power Jiren, just want to go run around. Again, I'm still waking up. Full power Jiren just says full power in his name. As an LR means that whenever we get the dual Dokkan Fest of UI Goku versus full power Jiren, it's got to be just a regular Jiren that transforms into full power or active skills. Personally, I would like an active skill. If you've got UI Goku, the problem is if they start him off as UI Sign, then he fights for the Dokkan Fest Int, which no one cares about, and then the new Strength LR. He probably is gonna be like a blue Goku that goes Sign, then goes just regular UI or MUI as people want to call it. That's probably what they're gonna do, because they don't want to compete with names. You know what I mean? I don't know. We'll figure it out whenever we get that, which honestly could happen at 350. I don't know, man. We're like TOP'd out. I'm TOP'd out personally. I have Ella Blue Boys just destroyed me, so I just want something fresh. But I think like if you include like the Kefla, so all the way in June. Yeah, June. Now it's July. Like, yeah, man, we've got a lot of TOP. And the thing is, I always thought we would wait much longer for TOP stuff, because that's like the end game of the anime. So once you get to TOP, like, where are you gonna go, right? And my thing is, if they're gonna do TOP now, that must mean that they're planning to do Dragon Ball Heroes, because like that's the only thing that could be really new and exciting to get me like really hyped for cards. But I don't know, I'm just going off now on a tangent. So yeah, this is Casserole. Apparently he can be awakened, or he's a free to play card that's awakened to all the Pride Troopers here, Casserole Pride Troopers. So that's gonna be interesting. Yeah, there's a lot of cards right now. There's a full U11 team you can run. You can run Full Power Jiren, right, the new tech one. The S-Tier Dokkan Fest Jiren, that's 2. The Toppo, just base SSR Toppo. There's Toppo Pride Troopers, right, that's the new int card. You've got the God Toppo, who's getting his EZA, and we'll go over the EZAs for both Dyspo, that's the 6th one, and God Toppo. So, and I think there's another, like the TR Toppo has a different name than the SSR one. So, I mean not Toppo, Dyspo. Dyspo has a different name on both TUR and SSR, so you could run both of those together. So there's 7-ish, 8 units you could run. So you can make a U11 team. You just gotta stretch a little bit, and this is why they're dropping so many things. Like, if we didn't have Castle, then that would be severely limiting what we could run, right? So Toppo's EZA. So on the wiki, they already updated it with all the stuff that came out. So now his new leader skill is 3 key, 80% to all types. Pretty decent. Supreme damage to enemy raises attack by 30% for 1 turn. I think it was 25 for 1 turn before. Yeah, so a little bit of a bump. But that would mean he needs to attack first to get everyone that little boost. But now it makes sense that you want to put him in slot 1. Attack and defense 70%, which is good. He didn't have defense before, so he just got hit really hard. All allies key 1 and 40% attack and defense. All enemies defense minus 70%. That's really good because, again, if you run him alongside Full Power Jiren, he's going to auto-crit automatically just because he's on the field. I'm not auto-crit. Be super effective, Jiren would be, because Toppo is already lowering defense. And again, like I said, most of like the longer events, you can't either lower attack or defense, one of the two. So, most of the time you can just lower defense, which again doesn't really do much, except for like the most notable thing is like the physical Broly Dokkan Fest event, or Legendary Goku event, where lowering defense actually does matter. Reduces damage received by 40% when HP 70% or less. So he can tank, which is what I mean. Like, you put him in the first slot, you get him to super, he raises the attack by 30%, on top of giving 1 key and 40% attack and defense. And if you're like around 60% or 70% or less, you know, like for example 60%, you're mitigating damage by 40%, which is nice. It's really, really good. You know, the World Tournament High School Gohan, the strength one, he reduces damage by 58%, and he's fine. Even look at Future Gohan, right? He only, when he transforms, he has 58% damage reduction. I know 58 is better than 40, but he has no defense to himself at all. He's got 70% attack and defense, and then giving himself another 40% defense. Yeah, he's gonna be fine. I'm excited to test him out, because look, USS Realm of Gods, you know, final trump card. I'm gonna continue to call it Last Resort because that's a stupid name. And special pose, whatever. But Last Resort, you've got the Blue Boys, you know, I mean not the Blue Boys, Blue Fusions. You got UI Goku. I mean, there's so many like cards to run him with, and he's so good that, dude, it's great. Again, he's the best friend of LR Full Power Jiren, so that would be an interesting rotation to put together. And then Dyspo, let's see what Dyspo does here. All right, 8 gel type, 3 key, attack and defense 100%. Supreme damage to enemy raises attack and defense by 50% for 6 turns. So that's essentially greatly raising attack defense. Because I think that's 50%, right? Yeah, that's a lot. Attack plus 20%. Chance of evading enemy attack, inclusive attack, plus 20, up to 60. So he just continually stacks this, right? Yeah. So he just, every time he shows up, he keeps stacking his attack. And then he stacks his dodge up to 60% at the start of turn, up to 60%. And then plus an additional 20% attack within the same turn with each attack evaded. So let's say you put him in slot 1, he gets like 6 attacks. If he dodges at least 5 of them, he'll get another 100% attack on top of whatever he stacked before and this stuff. So yeah, I could see him getting out of hand pretty quick on a longer event. Only downside is defense. He has no inherent like defense to begin with, so in the beginning you really need to be careful until you start supering and get, you know, this up there. Because if he doesn't dodge, then 60% dodge is good. It's just not, you know, as good as like UI Goku's at 70, which of course you've seen showcases. 70% dodging is, again, 70%. It's not 100. So and the only downside to Toppo, I mean, he got a new category U11, but he's only gotten 3 categories really. So you won't. And there's so many better units on Super AGL. Like unless you just want to troll and see how well he does, there's really no reason to bring him for that long. So, anyways, guys. Final thoughts, initial thoughts. Well, initial thoughts, I guess, on Jiren. He hits hard, obviously. I guess people call it boring because he just hits hard. Yeah, but he's got conditional things to really make him hit hard. Like super effective just means he gets that 1.5 times modifier on damage because, you know, he doesn't have this type disadvantage. Auto crits, which is same as his kit from the STR version, but still, yeah, he hits really hard. His active skill is interesting, at least I like to say. But and you want to run him on U11 because everyone there, like I said, God Toppo lowers defense automatically. The other Jiren, the STR one can stun, so you can auto crit. If you run them on 2 different rotations, where you have one is a regular STR Jiren and the other one the full power Jiren, like that's pretty good. Or put the Jirens together if you want to do that, by all means. Yeah, there's a lot of things we could do. Hopefully, should be here in a couple days. It's the 14th right now, and you'll see it then, and it'll be pretty good. So, anyways, guys, let me know what you guys think about Jiren. Are you excited? Or are you just TOP'd out like kind of I am? But I'm still gonna pull for him because it's gonna be interesting to run. And yeah, if you like the video, hit that like button. And if you enjoy the content and are new here, hit the subscribe button. Again, guys, I'm tired. I just woke up, so I'm not all there just yet. But anyways, I'll catch you all next time, all right? No, out.